Did God surname the first man Adam? No, the Bible does not mention surnames for Adam or any other people, as it does not use surnames at all. The Bible does not, however, place a lot of importance on. The Bible does, though, place importance on lineage and genealogical records, but it does not place the concept of surnames in its research or recordings. So, therefore, when we read the Bible and we read occasionally in the odd verse in the Bible based on the King James translation, should we comprehend when it uses the word surname to be an accurate translation at that moment? No. It just means also known as, but it does not mean surnamed as, because there would be no reason that the Bible, at a time that surnames were not in effect, to be using anything that would lead to that, other than, if anything, a prohibition from where it came from. We will find this at Job 32:21, basically regarding the use of surnames. Job basically speaks about to not accept a flattering title or basically something regarding a man's person, but we have to realize that that is directly a prohibition. That is not basically a directive to go ahead with the use of these names. So we have to be careful, we have to do our due diligence, and we have to be absolutely certain that we've done the due diligence to come to a proper decision on what we have received from the verse. So when we look at the book of Job, dealing with not accepting any man's person, it is dealing with a man that is utilizing a flattering title persona, which originates in especially a surname. The closest translation we can find from the English translation for what was spoken of in the book of Job out of Hebrew. But in essence, surnames were not a concept in the in the Hebrew word origin, because it was not something that was there. Therefore, they were prohibiting something and describing it and then leading us to something at the closest we could basically reach, which would relate to this flattering title or something to do with, eventually became quite the Roman doctrine of persona or wearing a mask, something that was added to a man's name by legal description, especially a surname. So it is not something that a man, a woman, or a child in nature was born with. This is something that is assumed or adopted outside of the origin of their beginning. This is something that leads to legalists, lawyers, and their system of deception. So be very careful of what you are basically reading and what you may be assuming.